Hey everyone, welcome to the HeroClix Cafe. I'm Howard Brock, and we're going to talk some HeroClix just before we have our auction tonight. Um, I'm live streaming every week. We do this. We're on Rock Facebook. We are on Lucky Dice Cafe Facebook, and we are also on YouTube as well as we are live streaming on Oxit. Um, in the HeroClix Cafe. Now, um, we like to do this. We like to talk before the auction starts, and then of course we get to talk a little bit why we're doing why everything's going on. Also, I got some really cool prizes. Hey Dennis, how you doing? Um, Hope you're having a good night. Know you're glad to be back home. Um, I don't think you enjoyed your trip too much coming back anyway, but I know you had. I know that. I know that you. Anyway, we won't get into that. But I hope you got. I hope your stress is gone and everything's good. Um, so, uh, good, Jogger. How you doing? Um, so James Stover, I don't know if you're here yet or not. You messaged me a minute ago, and um, I have not forgot about you, and I have forgot about you all at the same time. Um, you got something sent wrong to you, and and every time every time this week that we had it planned out, and we're going to take care of the problem. And I do believe I know what happened. In fact, I think Jalger, you're listening to me. Um, he got something sent to him wrong, and I believe it's your item. So I just got to go and verify that. I just haven't had. I have had time. I've just been. We just been really busy. This week is crazy. I just Lorcana hit today. Magic hit last week. More Magic hit this week. One Piece hit this past weekend. Just seems like it's never ending flow of product coming in, which is a good and bad thing. It's good because people like to see new stuff, but it's puts a lot on us sometimes because money wise, I've pumped out $25,000 just in the last 2 weeks just on product. It's just crazy. And we ain't even talking about HeroClix. I mean, I didn't even mention that. So it's just nuts. And most of it sells pretty fast, pretty well, but it still burns us coming in, and we have to. Hey, Will, how you doing? It burns us at the store, and we have to work real hard. Like I have stuff coming. I had stuff come in today, and we have some high demand things, and some of the high demand, like Norcana, is allocated again, and we can't. We have to make adjustments um, to what we do on to make sure everybody, to be fair to everybody, give everybody a chance of having some product. Because I mean, I'll be honest with you, I could probably find a single person to buy all of my Lorcana at MSRP immediately as soon as it gets in, and I don't do that because it's not fair. I also don't jack my prices up a lot. I think that every store in town, and we have a lot of stores in Huntsville, are all selling Lorcana. Um, they're selling it 3 times MSRP, and then trying to justify it. Um, One guy in town justified it as that he had to sell Lorcana higher because because of what he had to charge for Yu-Gi-Oh, which is a pretty ridiculous thing to say. Um, anyway, point is that anyway what he was trying to say is he had to sell and get what he could out of it because people would buy it and pay the higher margin because some of the product that he had in store was a low margin, so he had to get it when he could. And I don't believe in that philosophy. Um, I honestly do hate selling some of the card games, sealed product in the store because of the low margin. If I would just be happy if I could just sell at MSRP everything that I got, or even a little bit below that. But I don't even sell HeroClix at MSRP. HeroClix at MSRP would be 160 a brick, and I sell them at 130 a brick because I'm content there. It's still good enough for profit. I've never sold my HeroClix at full MSRP. Some stores do, and Of course, WizKids does, but I just never have. But we sell a lot of HeroClix. We sell sealed and singles, of course. So, but let's just talk HeroClix now. We'll get off and quit talking about some of the other product in the store and Lucky Dice so much. Quit stressing, Dennis. Your wife's the one that's stressing. She's having the baby. You're not allowed to be stressful. You got to be comforting and not worrying about anything else. And you can tell her I said that. But I understand. I know you had a lot going on. I can see that. I can see that. Anyway, how's everybody enjoying the new set? The new set, we played a sealed event 2 weeks in a row. There are some pieces, especially in sealed, that I just really enjoy playing. I really like Blackheart a lot. So I had Blackheart and Dracula, and who else? Oh, I had Orb. I mean, those three pieces are like some of the funnest pieces to play by themselves, but I had all three of them. So Blackheart, he's doing his free movement in terrain and bringing them with him, this free placement, and then they're all getting across the board, and Dracula's charging in. He's hitting something and healing and getting better. And Orb, oh my God. This is the first time I played Orb. He is so fun. I don't know if you guys have played with Orb or looked at him, but he is so fun. I can't tell you how many critical hits that I had last night because of rolling the 1 when I attacked with Orb. It seemed like almost every time I rolled a 1, which turns it into his power, allows you to change 1 dice into a 1 if you roll a 1. And all 1s that Orb rolls are considered critical hits, any deuces rather. So the fact that you basically turn it into a critical miss, which then becomes a critical hit, it's awesome. Because, I mean, 1s come up a lot, guys. We know that. I mean, how many times have you rolled needing a 7 and a 6 popped up and you're like, oh, yeah, I got it. And then that bloody 1 shows up. That happens to me a lot. I'm meaning in an 8. I'm sorry, not a 7. But that 1, I hate when I roll a 6 and thinking I got the hit, and then the other dice flops out and is a 1. But in this case, it didn't matter because if it was a 1, if it was Orb, then you just turn it into a 12. He's also got that another power that once per game he can turn, but then he loses his regular powers, and he can turn the 1 roll, and then he gets bonuses. So if he ignores characters, so if he goes through a character, over a character during his attack, and he runs through terrain, and he also can run over blocking. So if he does, he can increase his attack value by 3. So he can go from 11 to 14. Then on top of all that, he's got probability control. So just a super good piece in my opinion. And he's also got another weird power. This one took me a minute to understand what they're doing. But if you have some elevated terrain, then if he flies over the elevated terrain, over the lip, he then can gain charge flurry. So the guy's got a lot of options. I loved playing him with Blackheart, being able to position things really well with those, and then Dracula. It was a good combo. I really enjoyed it. Orb is a fun piece. So if you guys have not done that, I had a 4th piece that was a vampire, which also worked pretty well because with Dracula, when Dracula attacks and he uses Steel Energy, you can free place another monster that would be my vampire 4 squares. So I had a lot of mobility and had a lot of fun doing stuff. Anyway, I'm enjoying the set. I think everybody is. Everybody at the store. My HeroClix community here locally is actually growing. I have focused on fun and on people getting along with each other. We do a lot of different things. I mean, not to say that we don't play some meta, we will. But we do sealed and battle royals, and we like pulp a lot. Dennis just was talking about Orb being great for pulp, and he will be. There's a lot. Pulp next year is going to be loaded with so much stuff. I mean, it's got so many things. and we still got stuff coming out. So you think that you got everything locked down, and that you're gonna that this is gonna be your pulp team, and then another set comes out and you have to rethink it. Not to mention, um, you got all the other stuff that's coming out too. That with the Iconics, of course, Iconics. I guess I don't think that can be played in pulp, but there's just so many options right now. So many things. Every time you think that you got things like, okay, this is going to be my team for the next big, whether it be modern or whatever, then it changes. So another thing that happened is we have communicated. See, Andrew says, I feel like this set was pretty good, but let's be honest, Notorious is a hard set to follow. It is, but I think that they're. I mean, it's kind of hard to say. I mean, when you look at, there's two different ways to look at everything. First of all, it's how WizKids used to look more within the set itself than outside the set, and how the set played with everything else that was already out there. So when they were evaluating and doing their things, they were wanting you to have fun playing in the set. This set plays really well and within itself. So if you're just playing in a sealed or battle royals, whatever, the set's great. It's balanced. There's counters. There's all kinds of quirky things. And then the other thing that you weigh a set on is how is it going to affect? How is it going to play with everything else? I have not seen the Black Panther Iconics preview, Dennis. I'll have to take a look at that. But so when you look at Notorious and you look at Wills, and you say, what can I use in this set? What's going to be meta? What's going to be, and you know, meta is a different word than what it used to be. Meta used to mean what am I going to be able to play with in 300 points modern. Now you have different formats. Now you're like, what is meta in modern? What is meta in silver? What is meta in pulp? What is meta in themed? It's all different. And I feel, I mean, if you're wanting to build a monster themed team, these last two sets, you got your stuff. If you're wanting to do mystical, you got your stuff. Those two themes. Of course, we don't have theme isn't quite as good as what it was, but there's still advantages to picking or not picking the mat. So those things still apply. But back to what I was saying is, how do these sets fit into the meta? I think there's meta in both sets. I think that I think the motorcycles, the Hell Cycle and the motorcycle is 100% meta on any format that we're talking about. I think that they are going to get played quite a bit. They're selling like crazy out of my eBay. I can't get enough motorcycles and Hell Cycles. Everybody wants them. So I think we're gonna see a lot of that because it's just cheap, and it's a pick-up power almost that you can add to any figure, that you can make figures that don't have move and attack, give them move and attack, and then you can also give things to figures that got move and attack that make them better or give them a different option. That's gonna see a lot of play. I think that there are some strong figures and Wills that we're going to see a little bit of. I think it wouldn't surprise me. I think there's some pieces that are higher points that I think we're going to see and that fit into some things. Notorious is the same way. I do think that Notorious maybe had more impactful figures that we will see play out in the different formats, but I think there'd be some from both. But I do think that Notorious has a little bit more. I mean, you got 3 Hell Cycles and a brick is good. So I think stuff like I think that if you have you got Poison Ivy. I mean, especially Pulp, Poison Ivy, Black Adam. I think Necron's going to be seen a lot. There's good stuff in both of them, and in this set, I think it's too. Are they unique like other equipment? I mean, can you play more than one Hell Cycle? Don't know. I don't. It seems like I saw somebody talking about that. I don't know if they are unique. I don't know why you couldn't play multiple Hell Cycles. I mean, you're assigning them to characters. I don't know. Otaku, this isn't really the time to talk about that. I've already explained that to you in private messages, and I'll do what I can. But I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I've already told you, but I don't want to discuss that here and during the auction. If you want to talk privately afterwards or send me some more private messages, I've already answered you. There's nothing, what he's asking is that he bought something, and Huntington's were supposed to put up a form that you fill out, which they did last year. There's supposed to be a form that you're supposed to fill out, and that you use that for your taxes and to get your tax deductions. And I understand that, but this isn't the place for that. You can talk to me privately, please. Anyway, back to that. Huntington's, all I've heard is it's about to come, it's going to be there, and whatever. I don't talk directly to Huntington's. All I do is send them the money when they say, hey, send me the money. And all Oxit, and I don't control Oxit's money either on that. Oxit has it, and Oxit sends the money straight to Huntington's. But neither one of us communicate directly with Huntington. Scott has always done that, and Scott's the face for all of that, and we send our money where we're told to send it. But they do need to give the forms, and I recognize that, and I'll have to. But I don't talk to them. I talk to Scott. Scott's been pretty unavailable. Scott was involved in the strike, and I know I've talked to him, and I know it was a little bit draining on him financially. He had to dig into his savings and stuff. I mean, those guys, he makes money. He works, and so when you can't work, no matter, I have no idea what Scott's net worth is. He's not. I love him to death, but he's not an A actor, so he's not making millions of dollars when he does his gigs. But I'm sure he gets paid well. But he has a family he supports and things that he does, and just like all of us, and it's a job. So he lost his job while all this was going on. Nobody was working, and it hurt them financially. But everything got turned back on again. So as soon as all the actors got to go back to work, I have not been able to talk to Scott. I'm pretty sure he jumped into work, and he's trying to make money and trying to get his bills caught up and replace his savings and stuff like that he had to spend. But when he goes onto an acting gig, he pretty much disappears from the world, at least for us. I mean, he doesn't answer messages. It's hard to talk to him. And I mean, I've got his phone numbers. I've got his cell phone number. I've got everything that I can reach out to him. But when he gets real busy, he's just not reachable, not by his friends. I'm sure his wife can reach him, but, last time I checked, my name isn't Mrs. Porter, it's Howard Brock. So he will talk to me and get back to me when he can. In this particular case, I've been waiting to get an email from Huntington's, and I was going to ask them about that because I've got to send them some stuff, but they haven't sent that to me yet. So anyway, you'll get it. The letter, the thing will come out. We'll figure it out. If I have to, whatever I got to do eventually, I'll do. I just hate getting involved in that because I'm worrying about all my own stuff, and that's supposed to be somebody else taking care of that, not me. Anyway, back to the set. Like I said, I'm enjoying the set a lot. I think that there's a lot of mismatch. I think that with the map changes, with us going to the smaller map, that there, especially with stuff like Blackheart, you have so much first strike capability with some things off of this that just really, you know, it's kind of funny. It's like I asked WizKids one time, all right, we're making the map smaller, which, by the way, I was not pro making. I never was pro making the map smaller. Well, let me rephrase that. I was for making the maps smaller. I was not for making them battle royal size. If my suggestion to them, and I was talking to them 2 years ago about this before anybody even knew they were doing it, was to maybe at most knock off four lines, you know, which would bring it closer, but would still keep it at a rectangle. And I thought that would be okay if we did that. But the purpose of going to the small map is WizKids wanted to see faster engagement. They thought that new players would like the game better by seeing quicker, faster engagement, faster play. And then they flip around and they change, but then it causes problems because you got so many figures that can do an alpha strike. So this is what's weird to me. So they went and said, okay, we're going to put everybody on the back line. The starting area is going to be on the back line, and we're doing this so you can't alpha strike. So it limits alpha strike. But then they go and they make characters like Blackheart that can be placed and drag 2 figures out 5 squares away, 6 if you use Perplex. So you can go out 5 to 6 squares, and then you can attack from there with running shot. And I mean, think about it. Blackheart goes out 5 or 6 on his own. Then you place the figures in front of him, so they essentially went. You can essentially go out 8 squares with them. And if they're a double base like I had with Orb last night, you actually put his back. You put his back. He's already halfway or better across the map. Hey James, I was talking about you earlier. I don't know if you heard. I'll get with you after this. I saw your message, but your stuff I'm pretty sure got sent to Jalger, which what I'm going to do, I just need to verify that, and if it's right, then I'm going to have him send him some shipping money or a label or whatever, and have him ship it to you. So I think that's what happened. I think we'll be all right. Just so you know, we'll figure it all out. I just every time it seemed like I started to do it. Something came up, and we had it on every morning. I sit down with my shipping manager and said, okay, I need to talk to you about this, and it just seemed like the whole week has just been like that. So anyway, so my point is it's contradictory. Is that okay? Let's make the starting line back in the back, and to where the figures are not together, so you can't like pick everybody up and come. And then you go and you say you do that because we don't want alpha strike, and then you create figures that get around everything that we just did. So it's just weird to me. I don't understand it. I don't have a problem with those figures coming out that far. I just don't know why we do one thing and then we counter it with another thing. It's like sometimes I don't know if they even do it on purpose. I don't know if that one branch of WizKids is saying we're doing this, and then the designers go and do something totally. I don't know. I'm just saying it's just weird to me how they do stuff. I mean, years ago, they told us that they were going to make the game to where it was more skirmish, meaning that it wasn't so much range. But I still think range is just as important and just as powerful in the game. I do think that there are figures that are in the game that are in your face and can attack. I think that has improved, but I still think that range is the most important. That range outweighs close combat in most situations, just because you can attack from afar and if somebody's coming across the map, and you can in the positioning and the things that you can do. But that's me. Looks like the auction is getting really close to ending. I know time's up. We're in overtime right now. We got a few. I think we have maybe do we have a few bricks yet? We still have a few bricks being bid on. As soon as that ends, we'll get into our. Nope, it has ended. Never mind. All right, so our auction is ended. So I'm gonna quit talking about HeroClix and other things kind of for in a minute, and let's talk. Let's go ahead and start putting the bounty together. Um, so I'm grabbing a legacy card off the first brick and throwing it in. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in a rock map. Now this rock map is this map's actually legal, and it's the Barnstable wedding map. It's the Barnstable. I think it's Smith. Um, so this is a little bit of history behind this in case you don't know it. Um, this this map was created by Adam Friedman, and Adam Friedman won the Rock in 2021, and so he got to make a map for 2022, and we introduced this map at the 2022 Rock Cup. That was the first time it came out. And those that don't know it, Adam Friedman and Anthony, I don't know if they're best friends, but I know they're very good friends, but I think they are best friends. And Anthony used to live over in Chicago. Now I don't forget. I know he lives on the East Coast. I can't remember if it's North Carolina or wherever, but he lives somewhere that way. And but when they were over there, Anthony and Adam were really good friends, and they talked HeroClix all the time. And they just, if you know Adam, Adam talks 1,000 miles an hour about everything. And so anyway, he and Anthony were really good friends. So what he did is he made this map to honor his friend Anthony, because Anthony was getting married. And so that's the history on this map, and I think that's pretty cool. Now I've known Adam for quite a while. He's friends with the friends of the family, and so is Anthony. But Anthony, the first time I ever met Anthony was in Chicago. It was at the Chicago, what were they called? The Wizards World. So we went. They used to have events that they ran. They were kind of like regional events. Some people tried to say they were like world championships. They weren't. They were regional events, but they were the only thing that you could go to at that time that was a significant event. So I went to Chicago to play in one, and it was okay. I didn't really like it. It's nowhere near as good as going to a convention. It really is a trade show with events, is what that was. So we went to Chicago, and there was a huge crowd playing HeroClix, and I got seated down, and and this is when Easton was, I think, maybe 13, 14 years old, and I think Easton and Anthony are about the same age, and I got seated across from Anthony, and that's the first time I ever saw Anthony. And Anthony looked just like he does now, except shorter, skinnier, and same guy. And Anthony kind of stands out in a crowd a little bit because he's a little different looking, not in a bad way, but he just, he's got that John Lennon look, I guess, with his glasses on. And so I remembered him from then, and he was talking a lot. And he was talking about rules and stuff. Even back then, he was sitting at the table talking about rules, talking about all kinds of different things. And so he kind of stuck in my brain. And I don't think I played him, but I did get to sit next to him, and I remember him from way back when. I don't know if he remembers that, but I remember that. All right, so let's put a pair of lucky dice in the pot. Let's make this good. I'm going to put a whole set of Plastic Man convention exclusives in here. So we got a good start right here. Now let's throw in, let's see, what are we going to throw in? We throw in at least one, let's do this one. This is the Wonder Woman Legacy card. This was the first Wonder Woman that I really loved. Way back in the day, it was out of Legacy. It's a Kingdom Come Wonder Woman. It's the one that she's got her winged outfit on her, golden winged outfit. That was the first time we ever saw that. I also got a lot. I went and got a lot of new stuff from. I've been putting sets into eBay, and so I came up with some different things. So I'm gonna let's see if we can find this guy. Uh, this is going to be another. He's actually. Let me see. He's going to be a limited edition. Um, but he was the prize. When limited edition, he was the prize figures for Civil War, and that's the Punisher. So we're going to put him in there. He's an odd, different looking Punisher. I think he's like radioactive or something. But we're going to put the Punisher in there, and we'll reach down here and we'll put in a Captain Avalon. And we'll throw in another tarot card. We'll throw in again another Justice. And I think that's a good enough start to get us going. And we'll get our bounty going. So let me, while I'm getting these out, let's go ahead and pull our bounty figure. So I'm going to say the first 2 nominations for a super rare in this set will be the bounty. You guys start shooting them out. Yes and no. I mean, Dennis is asking me how do I like the ending for Loki 2, and I don't know if everybody's seen it, so I'm not going to do any spoilers. But I liked it and didn't like it. I don't know if you know what I mean. So I got a Ghost Rider. I got a Chthon. Hey, Aaron. I got a Ghost Rider 44. I got 2 Chthon. It's Chthon. There we go. I got 2 Chthons. 3 of them. So that's who it's going to be. The one-man demon army. You know, I was talking about my HeroClix crowd. I'm very pleased with my store right now. Every week we're growing and bringing in new people, and we're bringing in some old new people, so to speak. We have a really good mix, and what I really like is that I'm watching the interaction between people and the way people talk and play. I mean, I think that sometimes too much casual is wrong. Too much meta is bad for a store, and I've been on both sides of it. So we try to mix it up a little bit. And this group really gets the guys I got in together really enjoy the game, and they're enjoying each other, and I'm very happy with that. I mean, that's if you want to grow a HeroClix community, that's what you're looking for. You're looking for guys that enjoy playing the game and enjoy talking to each other. They're not assholes, and they have fun, and they talk and they all talk strategy and stuff together, and that's what you're looking for. You're looking for that kind of mix, and if you get it in your store, it's awesome. And I've had toxic groups of HeroClix too that really that turned. I've seen my share of drama from HeroClix, from groups. You know, it's crazy to think that you'd have drama playing a little game of plastic figures, but I've seen it, and I'm glad that I don't feel like this group is going to be that. And I'm very happy with what I'm seeing from this group and the way we're growing and the way we're having fun, and it's getting a little bit bigger. And I think that when you have that, you attract more people to you. People want to be a part of that, and that's what's starting to happen, and I really like it. It's getting bigger and bigger. I've grown. I was kind of in my own store. I was kind of inactive, and it's been pointed out to me. My wife used to point it out to me that I'm the driving force behind HeroClix in the store. That if I go in and I play every week and I'm active, that other things that happen, it becomes, and it's right, and so if I play and I go in, it grows. And so I'm adamant about being there every Wednesday now, and it is growing, and I I started off being a judge, and we used to have 20. Wait, when I first was a judge, I had 20 kids. I mean, literally, mostly kids, teenagers playing HeroClix way back in the day, and some of them are my own kids. And then anyways, I've been a part of big groups, and I've seen it, and I've seen big things at the store. And I think we're on our way to that. So I'm very happy. I'd like to see other stores start going that way. All right, so number one, let's get this thing going. Let's see what happens. We're looking for a Tathan. And booster number one, we got a Werewolf by Night uncommon, Electra rare, Nightmare uncommon. Nightmare's a fun piece too. And we got a Blade, very good common piece. That's booster number one. So another little interesting tidbit is that I do a lot of feedback for WizKids. I open 50 or 60 bricks. Sometimes I send them data. I'll give them data on the chases, that how many chases did we pull out of 60 bricks, blah blah blah. Did we see a lot of duplicate stuff? And they rely on me because I open so many. I'm a good sample size of what. So when they're seeing complaints, so I got a call last week from WizKids, and they want to know if when I opened up all my stuff for singles, if I saw a lot of broke pieces, and I replied with a tub of broke pieces that I had from opening up this set. The pieces aren't broke bad; they're easy to fix. But yes, there's a lot of broke pieces in this set. All right. So we got a motorcycle. There you go. Uncommon. A Doc Sasquatch Prime. There you go. Good. This is a good booster. Mummy common and a Blackout uncommon. Yeah, that's what I told him. Well, it. You know, WizKids doesn't do quality control like the way that we're used to. The real quality control, they'd have to have to do what we're talking about, and I'm speaking as used to being a quality engineer and a quality supervisor. They would have to send somebody in-house to China to do an inspection of the stuff before it's shipped and coming off the line, and they don't do that. And so it's quality control by the plant itself. But WizKids is reactive in this particular instance. So when something gets shipped to them, they have to give feedback to whoever is making the stuff that this is bad quality, and you guys need to fix this. I was taught in quality control to be proactive, but proactive, you've got to actually be in the plant. You have to have somebody paid, and you pull samples of product coming across to test it to see what's going on. But that's not what happened here. So you know, WizKids doesn't inspect it doesn't come from China and go into WizKids and they open up cases and look at it and then ship it out to us. What happens is they go to China, they depend on the manufacturer to make things right, and it comes across and they ship it to us, and then when we complain, they give feedback and hopefully fix it for the next set. So that's the way it works. That's the way it works. All right, so we're in booster number 3. We got a Death Rider rare. We got a. In case you guys are wondering why I'm talking, I'm reading this stuff on stream. Again, I don't know if Dennis made some points. I don't know if he's looking at me at Lucky Dice Cafe or Rock, or if he's on YouTube. I can see all those in one spot. So you may not can see what I'm seeing. And when I'm saying things, I'm usually responding to what somebody is saying. Howard the Duck, common, Ghost Rider, rare, and a Mummy, common. Number 4. Number four. Number 4, we got a Cantu uncommon. Robbie Reyes, common. Frenchie, common. And when you got a Ghost Rider super rare 044, which I think, yep, Andrew said that's what we should have been for our, that's what he voted for it to be our bounty. But we did pull a Ghost Rider 044. So whoever's got booster number 4, if you would have voted with Andrew, you would have won the bounty. All right, so now we're going to booster number 5. Yeah, we got a super rare in here too. We got a character that I also like a lot, especially within the set because of what she does. We have a Elsa Bloodstone, uncommon. I like her. Robbie Reyes, common. Ghost Rider, common. And a Rawhide Kid, super rare. Elsa's a great figure within the set to pull because she fights monsters really weird and specifically mystical stuff where she doesn't take the mystics damage, and that's pretty big because there's a lot of mystics in the set. So we go to number 6. Still looking for a chase. We did pull a prime. So we're looking for a chase, some more super rares, and of course we're looking for the common, the bounty. All right, so we got a rare Moon Knight, a Man-Wolf, uncommon. We've got a Night Nurse, common, and we have a Frenchie, common. So that's the second half of the brick. Let's go to number 7. One thing I want to say, and I'll make this post too. We're 1 week from Thanksgiving, so that means that I would be doing this on Thanksgiving, and I decided that I am going to do this on Thanksgiving. So I am going to be doing a brick opening on Thanksgiving, and because it's Thanksgiving, and you guys already know the stuff I put in there, I'm going to be even more generous. So there's going to the bounty, providing that somebody doesn't win it tonight, because we got a pretty good start on a bounty anyway. But all I'm saying is on Thanksgiving, I'm going to add some good stuff to the bounty, whether somebody wins this one or not. And see, here's a good example of, and it's a figure, and this is also probably the most common figure that I saw broke. Or when it's easy to fix, but it's the most common figure that I saw broke in the bricks when we were opening them up. And again, a few dabs of glue, all these things are very fixable. It's not severe breaks. Fire Demon, common. Vampire, common. Zoranthos, rare. And this is the guy I was talking about, so he's off of his motorcycle. And that's Orb. So he's got notches there, so all you gotta do is put a dab there and a dab there, stick it on there for a few seconds, and you're good to go. It doesn't bother me when I'm not bothered when I get broken figures, whether somebody mails them. I mean, there's a limitation, but usually when I get a figure or something that I bought from somebody and it's broke, or WizKids send me something broke, or I open up something, I just fix it. It's not that big a deal. It's just a little bit of glue. I mean, that's how they're on there to begin with, guys. It's not like because it's broke, you've destroyed the value of the figure. You just put a little bit of glue back on there. That's what was on there to begin with, a little bit of glue. Just do it carefully and do it clean. Oh, somebody, here we go. Who's got booster number 8? Who's got booster number 8? Good booster. Somebody speak up. I haven't even opened it up yet. All right, John. Is that my John from Birmingham? Yes, it's a glow pack. That's right, James. It's all orange. So every one of these glow packs that I've opened are the same. So if you've opened up one before, you know what's going to. Oh, okay. Well, congrats from the United States to Canada then. You got a Damon Hellstorm. I don't know if you've seen one of these before, but the packs are orange rather than being clear. And the figures are generally always the same in them, and they're all orange based. Every one of the figures in here are orange based. You got a Damon Hellstrom rare. You got a Spirit Rider Chase. You got a Robbie Reyes uncommon. You got a Ghost Rider common. Actually, I take that back. These have not all been the same because I've seen ones with the most of the ones I've seen has the Chase in it, and then also a super rare or a prime. So, not saying you got bad stuff. Yep, trying to make sure that Damon wasn't. Yeah, but it's good stuff. You got the Chase, you can't complain. They're all orange, but I have seen all the other ones I've opened up has had something either super rare or prime with the Chase in it. This is the first one that I remember that did not. So bad luck on that, but good luck that you pulled the Chase and all the orange figures. All right, so number 9. I really thought that up to that point that every one of those was exactly the same. So I was wrong there. All right, so this is a good pack too. All right, we have a Yeti common, a Ghost Rider rare, we got a Zombie common, and we got a Nightmare uncommon. Not too shabby. And we got number 10. This is the last chance for the bounty for the first break. So sometimes you don't even get the Chase apparently from what somebody just said. Okay. So bad news is, you might think this is good news, is that we will be nobody will be winning the bounty this go around. We'll have to win in the second one. The good news is for whoever's got this break, you do get a Ghost Rider super rare 048. You also get a Mordred the Mystic uncommon, a Night Nurse common, and a Zombie common. Not bad at all. Not a bad way to end that brick. So now everybody's favorite time. We get to add in more prizes. So start off with a legacy card. That goes in. What in the world do I want to add? All right, so so we're gonna do. We'll do this one. This is a team up card, Mr. Fantastic, and what is this one out of? I don't know what that symbol is. That's terrible. But anyways, we got a Mr. Fantastic, Fantastic Four card, or Mr. Fantastic team up card rather, and since we got a Mr. Fantastic, let's do a Doctor Doom Legacy, and he is out of Fantastic Forces. That will Doctor Doom I know, and we'll put that in there. And let's see, what else do we want to do? Let's get some stuff from down here. Let's go through here first. Oh, we'll do that one. That's a Wolverine. This Wolverine was one of the prizes out of Galactic Guardians. It's a set that I just started working on. He's a pretty cool looking Wolverine if you haven't seen him. We'll throw in a Famine. And I'm in a good mood tonight, so we're going to throw in Salt Melts. What else are we going to throw in here? I see something. Now, I don't know how many of you guys have went to see the Marvels, but I really enjoyed the Marvels. I thought the movie was really, really good. And I'm not going to spoil it for you, but I was very entertained. I went by myself. Movies was something my wife and I did together, and I don't go It's something I've loved all my life, and it's something she loved all of her life. And um, we, it was just something we did. It was like, and we didn't do it because we were cheap. We went, of course, movies ain't cheap anymore anyway. We went to the movies, and we used to go to the movies like every week, and we would see all the movies. And she liked to watch all the Oscar-nominated movies, but she liked to watch a lot of other stuff. Cool. I think I know what that surprise might be, and I would like to see that, Dennis. But anyway, she would have went to this movie, and we saw. My wife was fantastic. She loved superheroes, and she loved Lord of the Rings, and all the stuff that I loved, and we shared. We had a lot of, but we didn't. We loved other things too. There was dramas and love stories and stuff that we went to see also. So I went to this movie by myself. I don't go to the movies quite as often. I think that it's kind of self-explanatory. It's something we did, and so when I go, I feel like she should be there, and it makes it's kind of weird, but I still want to. There's still some movies I'll go see because I just want to see them. So The Marvels is a good movie. It's very entertaining. I enjoyed it. The after the scenes credit was probably the best after the scenes credit. I've seen every Marvel movie, every Marvel Studios movie since the beginning, and there's been great ones. Loved them. I love those things, but this might be the best one in my opinion. Now I say that because I hope you guys, if you see the movie, you don't have any idea of what you're going to see. I hope that you actually just go there not knowing, because I had no idea what was going to pop up, and it was just awesome. I loved it. So in relation to that, we're going to put a Miss Marvel in here. This Miss Marvel is out of Avengers Assemble. All right, let's open up this other brick. I guess my only complaint about the Marvels is I don't think it was the character. I didn't the bad guy in the movie The Marvels. Of course, it was a woman also. She just I didn't particularly like her a whole lot. She was fighting that particular character was okay. And I found out a little bit more about that particular character from the movie because I didn't know much about her. But I just didn't think that she was, I don't know, just didn't seem like she was enough for this particular. Just I would have liked to see something maybe more powerful, more evil, more whatever. I don't know. I just didn't like. Maybe I just didn't like the way she portrayed her or something. I don't know, but. It wasn't so bad that I just like mortally hated it and the movie sucked, but I just thought that could have been better. They as far as the Marvels go, the characters they were awesome. All right, so we're gonna go 11. Let's mix this up a little bit. 11, 12. Up there, and this one would be 13. Let's see this, that's 11. That was dice, no big deal. I had a dice in the tray, just knocked it off the table. No biggie, nothing broke, nobody's hurt. Alright, so we'll go 14. Really should be putting these on this side. 15. 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. All right. All right, guys, here we go. Number 11. Number 11 is a special number to me. I don't know if you guys have ever paid attention, but our Lucky Dice logo has an 11 in it, and my email has an 11 in it, and there's lots of different reasons. 11 is kind of my lucky number. I was number 11 when I played ball. Played when I was a kid, and my son was number 11 when he played kids. I mean, when he played sports. My youngest son, that would be Easton, and then my grandchildren all started being number 11, and then 11 is all. I've got a diamond ring that's got diamonds that says 011 on it. I don't wear it that as often as I used to, but anyway, 11 is an important number to us. All right, so Night Nurse is common. Damon Hellstrom is rare, and we got a Ghost Rider common, and we got an Electra rare. That's for booster number 11. We're going to go to booster number 12. We got something decent in here. Who's got booster number 12? Who's got 12, guys? Anybody? Does Jarsel Clay have number 12? All right. Well, I don't know who's got number 12, but you got something good. Werewolf by Night, Werewolf, common. Then you got Howard the Duck, and then you have a Spider Knight chase. So that's our second chase in the chase for this break. You got the Spider Knight, which I actually think is a pretty cool looking figure. I have not read him or seen anybody play him yet to know how well he plays in the field, but I think he looks cool. All right, we're going to make sure, booster 13. Oh, cool. So Jarsel Clay did have 13. Congrats, you got your chase. Now we're going to go to 13. And you got Franchi common, a zombie common. You got the much desired motorcycle uncommon, and you got a Death Rider rare. Let's go to 14. We're still looking for Chthon. That is our bounty figure. We have not seen one yet. You know, last week we had the bounties went fast. We actually, it was the first week the whole time that we've been doing this that we gave out 2 bounty prizes in one night. So it's not common. Some of these times we've stretched into 3 weeks trying to pull stuff before. So it's sometimes it's fast, sometimes it's not. We got a Yeti common. We got a Hell Cycle. That's the other one everybody's wanting. Uncommon. Simon Garth, uncommon, and you got a Zarathos rare. No super rares yet. Our bounty figure is Chthon, who is a one-man freaking army and a hell of a pool in a sealed event. I don't know if he's going to be played meta-wise, but in a sealed event, he is just, you just play him. You don't even think about it. You pull Chthon, you play him. Okay, so this is booster number 15. And this one got a little bit loose in here. Oh, how about that? How about that? So, who has booster 15? I need you to speak up, please. Booster number 15. Booster 15, speak up. I'm about to make you very happy. Speak up, Booster 15. Who's got it? Come on. Who won Booster 15? Nobody? Is that... Dennis, didn't you bid on 15 for me? Give you one more second to speak up. No 15. Okay. I'm gonna shout it out. We do have a big winner tonight. So we have a uncommon Ghost Rider, a Robbie Reyes common, a Fire Demon common, and we do have the Chthon. So you win the bounty, and it's a good bounty prize tonight. So that the bounty, let me write that on here, bounty winner. Drawsor Clay is typing in. I wonder if he had this booster also. That would be pretty good if you did. Well, I haven't seen anything. Nobody's claimed it yet, but whoever got it, congrats. I can't see it until after we get through. So anyways, moving on to booster 16. Okay, Drawsor Clay did get 15. Okay, so there you go. Now, that's a good night, buddy. So you got a chase, and then right behind that, you got the bounty. That's a damn good night. Congrats. Can't beat that. 16. Okay, somebody else is going to be happy now. So who has now, Drawsor Clay, if you say you have booster 16, you just did the trifecta, man. So who's got booster 16? There you go, John. So this is being shipped off to Canada. He's also having a good night. So looks like that when you win, you win. So you got a mummy common, you got a werewolf common, you got a hand ninja uncommon, and in my opinion, the hardest piece to get in the set, you have a Brother Voodoo Prime. So congrats on that. Number 17. We give away some good stuff tonight, man. This is a good night. Good night for you guys. All right. Hand Ninja, uncommon. Howard the Duck, common. Lilith, super rare. And a Fire Demon, common. Booster 18. Almost to the end. Look at there. No surprise. You know, we just talked about that earlier about what I felt like was, from opening as much as I did, what is the most broke piece in the set, or comes unattached. All right, so we got a Vampire common, Dracula rare, and you got a Frenchie common, and you got an orb that has come loose, easy to fix. You got two little tabs. All you got are one little tab back there. All you do is just put a little glue on there, just a little bit. Doesn't take much. Stick it right on there. You're good to go. All right, and the orb has just been. That's the thing I saw broke the most. I mean, honestly, it was overall. It was anything that was a horse or anything that was on a motorcycle was the most common things broke, and that's because they had smaller attachment or glue points, I guess. And that's why they were breaking. But by far, I saw more orbs than anything. All right, so number 19. All right. Wow, somebody's going to be happy with this too. I like it. I'd love to have this in a seal. This is a great seal, especially with the other booster. But just this is good. So you got a Night Nurse common. You got a Hell Cycle uncommon. You got a Kanto uncommon, and you got a Blackheart rare. So I was talking about that Blackheart piece earlier. He's a very good piece, and with paired with the right things, you have it's a very good potent little army that he can do. All right, so number 20, last one. Let's hope we pull something good in here. Don't think we'd be pulling chases or anything, but you never know. So we got some good play pieces. We got a Mummy common, a Blade common, a Robbie Reyes uncommon, and you got a Moon Knight rare. So nothing wrong with that. But that will do us for tonight. Hope I appreciate everybody showing up. I think we had a good couple bricks. Hope everybody had some fun. I'll try to get everything mailed out. We will have everything mailed out by Monday, but I'll try to have it. I'm gonna try to do it tomorrow. But we do have a lot going on tomorrow. We have a lot of product that's coming in, so that could affect us getting stuff out. So anyway, I'm gonna call it there, guys. I'm gonna sign off, and I'll take James Stover. I will take care of that tomorrow. I've already done part of the stuff. I just got to put it all together. Jagger, I'll probably be reaching out to you also tomorrow, and I think that's about it. Like I said, I appreciate everybody, and Dennis, I will get with you here in just a few minutes. Give me a few minutes to get a few things done, and I'll message you, and I'm looking forward to what I think that you're about to give me. And other than that, guys, everybody have a good night. I will be here in 1 week. We will still on Thanksgiving Day. I am gonna crack some bricks. I hope you can enjoy me, but I certainly understand if you can't. But if you can, I'm gonna sweeten the pot a little bit, and we'll have some good stuff. We'll have a good bounty. So you guys have a good night.